जय श्री माता जी। माता जी को नमस्कार करेगी और वंदन देगी। तीन महामंत्र और उसके पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। जय श्री माता जी। तीन महामंत्र और गणेश मंत्र। संतुलन करेंगे, दाहिना हाथ धरती पे रखेंगे, यहाँ हम प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माता जी हमारे अंदर श्री गणेश तत्व के प्रिंसिपल को पूर्ण रूप से प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे अंदर की सर्व अशुद्ध इच्छाओं और कुसंस्कार को धरती माता में समा लीजिए। राइट हैंड सामने रखेंगे, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की ओर। श्री माता जी हमारे चित्त को निर्मल और पवित्र कीजिए। श्री माता जी हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी के सभी दोष, अहंकार आदि उपाधि को पूर्ण रूप से आकाश तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे, माता जी, हमें पूर्ण रूप से निर्विचार ध्यान स्थिति में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। इस स्थिति में श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेगी।
Today we have gathered here to worship Sri Ganesha. Sri Ganesha is the deity of innocence. When we are born as children, it is Sri Ganesha who is acting, and we are very innocent. And it is such a powerful thing that with this innocence, children survive under many circumstances. And we love them because they are innocent. We enjoy them because they are innocent. Once we start growing, our sastra also gets closed, and we develop all kinds of funny things that enters into us and doesn't go out. It's just there. It doesn't go out. Innocence has a great effect on our character and on our sense of chastity. Actually, when you are innocent, you don't know what is not chastity. What is being unchaste? What is being cunning? You are innocent and you are looked after by Sri Ganesha himself. Anybody who tries to harm an innocent person, Sri Ganesha looks after him and manages him. Many people who are innocent in this world, of course there are very few, but they become so detached from all worldly problems like lust and greed and many others, because they are so pure that nothing can spoil them and malign them. This is such a great blessings we have, that innocence is actually created in us. And it was created much before all the innocence. Everything was created much, much before we were created. It's such a great quality for us to become innocent. The greatest quality of Sri Ganesha is joy. It gives you joy. As small children, they may not speak even, but they give us so much joy. Joy-giving quality comes from Sri Ganesha. Even after coming to Sahaja, I have seen people are not full of joy. They're very serious. They don't know how to laugh, how to enjoy anything. That's the sign that they are still lacking in innocence. So, it's important to understand that if you are Sahajogis, you should be joyous and give joy to others, just like children, how sweet they are. They may be newly born, but how much joy they give you. But supposing you do not have that capacity to enjoy the innocence of children, then nobody can help you. Ganesha cannot help you, because that's the innate quality human beings have. And if you don't have that quality, no use having any other sense. Like some people like food, they like colors, they like all other things. But if you don't have Sri Ganesh, you cannot purely enjoy anything. So it is only Sri Ganesha's blessings that we really enjoy everything in its full measure. Otherwise, we start judging it, we start criticizing it. People raise so many things, questions. If you see something and it gives you joy, then you are supposed to give the explanation for that. As we have many critics in this world, and they are all the time criticizing one another. Now the critics are criticizing critics. That's the biggest problem. That's their job. Because Ganesha is not there. When they go on criticizing others, never criticizing themselves, and thinking no end of themselves, with that they create a very bad kind of a community, which is actually very harmful. It's very dangerous. It's like having some sort of a boil or some sort of a septic thing in your body, in your being. So, if you cannot appreciate and if you cannot enjoy it, then Sri Ganesha is missing from you. You should be able to enjoy everything and to enjoy your children, enjoy children of other people. That's the sign of your being completely blessed by Sri Ganesha. Now the beauty of Sri Ganesha is this, that it looks after your kundalini. It guards your kundalini. It guides your kundalini, and throughout, on all the chakras, he had to bless you. If you don't have the blessings of Sri Ganesh, you will be completely useless fellow as a Sahaja. Because all the time you are seeing the bad points of others. All the time you are devoiding, I should say, you are getting into a problem by which you cannot enjoy anything. By temperament, you think you are very serious, you are very mature, you are very developed, but you are not innocent. Such a person gives such a headache to everyone. If there's one like that in the family, people want to get rid of. So you should have the quality of Sri Ganesha, which is of giving joy to others. Depends on how much joy you can give it to others. It doesn't want anything. Such a person won't say that I must get this, I must have this position, I should be leader, I should be this and that. No. He just enjoys giving joy. Joy to others and being humorous and kind, and never tries to insult anyone and hurt anyone. If such a person hurts by mistake also, he goes on repenting about it. And 100 times he'll beg your pardon if he has hurt you. Such a happy person is a real Sahaja. That's the one we want to have all around. Those who have no hatred for anyone, no malice for anyone, and not finding faults with another, but trying to find what is the good point of that person. What is so special about that person? It's not bothered as to what color you are, whether you are black or white, whether you are tall or short. It makes no difference, because it is absolute. Absolute joy. And for this absolute joy, you don't criticize. And you don't try to find faults with others. Now the problem is that people are getting very much advanced in this modern era. Very advanced. And they are very much more advanced in criticizing others, I think. That's the maxim they have, is to criticize others. And also they have another very bad quality, to identify themselves with the country in which they live or with the family which they are. I've seen it create such a problem. Also, they identify themselves with the different religions they follow. Well, imagine from this how many problems have come up, that you start differentiating between one and another. For example, now supposing who is born, say, in one place. So he says he is the best. His country is the best. His people are the best. And there's nothing wrong with them. On the contrary, if a person is a real Sahaja who has Ganesha within him, enlightened, then he sees it and enjoys the humor behind it. The humor of all these people, what they are mad after, how they behave, the way he understands, the jokes behind it, jokes which is avoiding reality. And reality is only possible if you are in the realm of joy. Otherwise, all the time you find something wrong, something upsetting, so something disturbing. But if you see the humor behind everything, then you are perfectly all right. For example, I would say that I have had many such experiences, that people have told me, but that such and such fellow is like that, such and such fellow is like that. So, I would ask that person, are you like that? Direct. He said, no, I'm not like that. But I said, why everybody sees that in you? This must be wrong. All of them must be wrong, or you are wrong. Then he would say, maybe myself. And that's how, you see, you can mold also such people who think that they are correct and the rest of the world is all bad. And they have every right to hate them and to think in the wrong direction. What happens with that is that you lose the essence of joy. Essence of joy is in seeing in everything the source of joy. Supposing you see something here, now if it is odd, it should give you also great sense of humor. If it is beautiful, it should give you another sense of appreciation. But I can't understand people who go on harping on some sort of a thing that has no meaning in their lives, nor in the lives of others. I would say my father had a great capacity to do that. Once I went home, so I said my brother was praising this man for his music. What do you think he's playing? He said, he is a musician, no doubt, but he is very courageous. I said, why? Because he may go on singing anything. He never feels bad about it. Everybody might be nervous or everybody might be laughing at it, but he is not at all bothered. He goes on singing in his own ways. So that is the beauty of understanding. Every defect in a person can be enjoyed. It's very much a sense, I should say, a very subtle sense by which you can enjoy every person. If he has defects, then you enjoy them as humorous thing. And if he has something very good, then also you can enjoy. So why do you shun people? Why should you get out of people, criticize them for nothing wrong? Now under these, people have built up big organizations. For example, the Catholics will help the Protestants. The Protestants will I'm saying, they will also sort of hate the people who are Catholic. What's the use of that? What's the use of hating each other from that point that somebody is a Protestant or somebody is a Catholic? Just see yourself. See what is wrong with you. Why do you think like that? Why do you look at those things and always think that another person, something wrong with him? And then you form groups and then you fight. You can have even wars with this kind of an idea that the another person is not all right and you are absolutely perfect. This is also with the country, I see. For example, even in Sahaja I have seen, if somebody is coming, say, from India or from another country anywhere, the leader will be anxious that he should or she should put her candidate before. It's such an identification which they are not still conscious of it. But then I play my tricks, you see. All such things when they do, when they try to support one party, one type of people from one, we should say not religion now, but the countries. So this country identification is so much still in Sahaja Yoga that you come from one country, then you want to support that man from that country. You'll never appreciate that whosoever is good coming from any country is a Sahaja Yogi. We are a global community. We are not to be identified with one country, that our people should be married, that we should get our people there. All this kind of thing I have noticed, and I feel very sorry that you have not understood the nature of Sahaja. Sahaja Yoga is a global thing, absolutely global. It has nothing to do with one country or with one person. It's such a global thing that if you see the subtle side of it, it's very joy-giving. God Almighty has created this world as one. They might have United Nations, they might have this, they might have that, but still they are so much identified with their country that they cannot correct also that country. Now, for example, something is wrong with your country, they cannot. For them, everything is all right, first, because they were born in that particular country. or they appreciate some other country, so they'll go on praising that country to such an extent that they are destroyed and their ideas also destroy people. So best thing is to see the joke behind being identified with one country. There's a big joke about it. I enjoy it very much. Among Sahajogis also I've seen. It's very common that they are identified with one country. If you are identified, then you should try to correct that country. You should try to correct those countrymen who are following a particular type of ideologies. They never see that because they are so much involved with them that they don't see what's wrong with them. They'll always see what's wrong with others. But I've seen those who are real Sahajogis are very good. They tell me what's wrong in their own country, what's going wrong in their own country, what's the trouble in their own country, how the countrymen are. You see, very surprising. I was surprised how people told me that how some people who are in their country are so misidentified, and they are so against Sahaja in a subtle manner. I was surprised how they felt it that way. They said, Mother, see, they are not at all global. Once you become global, all your problems of provinces and things are finished. But that doesn't come into their head, that we have to be global. We are Sahajogis. We cannot identify ourselves with one country or another country. If we do that, then we are still lacking in our universal personality. And this universal personality comes to us from Sri Ganesh. He is a universal personality. Whether he is in India, whether he is in Italy or in England. What is that personality? Is innocence. Very innocence, very much innocent. And not only that, but he is a joy-giving personality. All such people who are joy-giving are recognized. It's not that the world doesn't recognize. They may not be knowing that they are global, but those who are global people write books on global ways, thinking about global things. And they can criticize also people of their own country. They can criticize people of their own clan. They can go on like that. But they can be slavish also to some other country and try to praise them too much. So you are not to be slavish. You have to not to be identified. But you should be identified with yourself. And whatever yourself enjoys, that should be expressed. That is the sign that your Ganesha is there. And that Ganesha is working out.
थैंक यू श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी को हम प्रणाम करेंगे और वंदन देंगे।